What's going on, YouTube? Jeffy, I am. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, let's talk about it. I'd like to say thank you for all, and I hope you're doing well. Let's get to it, right? As of last Friday, we have a new director of the BLS, the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, right? So I looked into some things and I started reading things. Did you know that unemployment is the lowest since COVID 19? America's losing so much manufacturing jobs. It's getting ridiculous, right? 22,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy last month alone, but the projection was 76,000. Low number as it is, the projection never made it, right? We're losing our competitive edge in the world. And I speak on this because people don't really understand what tariffs are. And here in this small community, I'm watching farmers have to go corporate or have to sell some of their land because they don't understand what tariffs were. So, like 15% tariff on Japan right now. What are you going to do about that? That makes your Sony PlayStation go up $50. In China, there's a 30% tax on tariffs. On Series X and Series S, Xbox. You're going to pay an extra 100, but definitely pay an extra $80 to buy this new console. And I talk about things that affect me. So I'm gonna say like coffee. I like organic coffee. I like eating organic nowadays. The prices are going through the roof on everything. But let's talk about coffee, right? Brazil has a 50% tariff on that alone. So all those that go to Starbucks and scooters or different places that serve these beverages and all different types of things, the market's going up. The cost for these shop owners is going up 14%. So that means you're going to pay 14% for that caramel macchiato. You know what I mean? And it's something to talk about because something that little can really eat your pockets up, right? And there's a 25% global tax on cars. And as far as imported cars and car parts, that affects everything. And you may ask, well, how does that affect everything? As many cars are not being bought right now, so that means you have people like from these General Motor plants are working on and off shifts. That affects people's families. But even for the car parts, these manufacturers have to pay more to get these parts in to build American. So if you voted for or you voted far right, I know you're starting to see these effects now, right? With cars comes steel. Steel is up 16% and rising, which is terrible in this economy. And that's 16% for business owners and big conglomerates that produce these items. That affects construction, everyday canned food that you go to the store to get, furniture. We all like furniture and stuff. Even the TVs we buy that goes back to Japan and China. But back to steel. Modern appliances are up 16% in different stores, especially these big box stores. And when it all trickles down and all has the same type of effect. And when you get to these big box stores, you have places like Walmart, of course. You know what I mean? I like some things from Walmart, but there's some things I just won't buy from Walmart. I can find here locally. But fresh produce sometimes, especially this time of the season, cherries or something I like. And just doing research, and like I said, I got this information from the Wall Street Journal. And it's like big box stores like Walmart, everything's going up 51%. 51%. Can you believe that? But that's what's happening. And watching farmers go through what they're going through, I have nothing. I don't know. I can't say I give my heart to them because on what they voted on. They voted for this to happen. But watching these farms become corporate around here, that's less jobs, fertilization, and even looking into that, Japan, China, where we get our soybeans from, there are no direct orders for the future. So these big companies are scrambling nowadays. It's just terrible how the things like that can affect our economy and so many people out of work. It's a lot of people, even in this small city I ride around, they have nothing to do all day. And there's places to work, but a lot of these youngsters have an attitude to the point now where they don't want to work at all simply because they're not getting paid enough. They can't survive off $13, $14 an hour. And that's something that I believe in too. You know what I mean? It makes the younger generation believe, are they really going to have a future? And this is the type of money you offering. And yes, and just in this particular area, and it's for low pay, low rate jobs, low paying jobs. But how you think they're going to make their living is apply for their family. It's almost like slavery. It's, excuse my language, but that's what it kind of reminds me of, modern day slavery. So with that, I just kind of want to bring your awareness up. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll cover different topics when we go live and take our walks. And even when we go to to the gym, we're gonna go live and have some different talks. So thank you for joining me. Be safe, be humble. In a minute.